Hello if you're watching the replay later, but thank you for being here. While Joe was trying to get us to go live, I had started placing my mesh. I'll go over what we're doing. I've got a white evergreen base that I had gotten reduced after Christmas at, I believe I got them at Joann's or Michael's, I'm not sure, for like $5. So I've gone ahead and squeezed it into an egg-shaped oval, and then a lot of mesh that I had, just leftover pieces, I've gone in and ruffled and placed that in my wreath. This is the sign. Happy Easter. And all the colors, some brighter colors. I've got a few eggs, glittered eggs that we'll be incorporating into the design. We'll need to attach our sign. These are some of the florals. First of all, I've got some greenery that we'll be using. Lavender to pull out the lavender in our sign. We'll be putting some of these florals in. I've got this really pastel pink and a lighter green. A mix. Some blue and yellow. So it's going to be a very lively wreath. It'll look beautiful on someone's door. If their house is set back from the road, it'll look very pretty. It'll catch the eye of people driving by. So that's what we're going to be using. I've got my glue pot warmed, my gun if it's needed. These are some of the ribbons. I couldn't make up my mind on ribbons. I do know that I would like to use some of this moss green. Pick up in the sign, and then I've added some moss green. I've got some yellow. I've got a lavender. I also have a pale pink, but I wanted to bring in some of the brighter colors also, so I've got this pink. I've also got this one that has a little bit of glitter in it. I mean, like I said, I've got this one I thought was pretty. It's got a little bit of the lime green, but I think I'm going to pass on this one. I had some of this turquoise blue, but I don't have that much. Though I could probably make a couple of tails with it. So maybe I will use some of this. I just won't use it in the bow. And then I've got this Swiss dot in that color. Maybe I'll add that into our bow. So we're going to have a lot of ribbons going on. I'm just going to put a few tails. Okay, so let me get started. I don't think I'll use the moss green in the tails. I think I'll keep all the ribbons the same. It's all 1.5 inch. Okay, I hope everyone's doing well. We had a little bit of a problem when we were trying to go live right at 1:30, and I do apologize. But these things, you just never know. So again, my name is Elaine. If there's anyone here who this is the first time you're seeing me, you are watching Inspired by My Angel, CLM, and I'm owner and creator. So, and thank you so much for being here. You can find me on Pinterest, here on Facebook, also YouTube, Instagram, and on Etsy. I have an Etsy shop, Inspired by My Angel, CLM, and I encourage you to go and take a look. This design that we're going to be working on today will be in my shop tomorrow. Okay? Alright, so to attach our sign, it did come with 2 holes, and there was a ribbon which I removed, and then I used my beadsmith tool, because this is a very thin fiberboard that I'll be able to get a pipe cleaner through. So I'm going to go ahead and get our pipe cleaner on. Sweating. It's very warm here. I'm located in Central Florida, small town, Lady Lake. And we're in the mid-upper 80s today. And I am working in my she shed, which is attached to my home. And it's quite warm out here. I do have a fan on and a small air conditioner, but the lights needed to this video to show up, I think, create a little bit more heat out here, so it's quite warm. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and attached these pipe cleaners, and I'm going to do one down at the bottom.
Suzanne said hello.
Hi, Suzanne. So I'm just going to do this one here down at the bottom, and what I'm going to be doing is feeding my pipe cleaner through my mesh to the you can see this, there's metal on the back, and I want to make sure I secure to the metal rings that are on this wreath. So let me go ahead and feed this through.
Tell them you shaped it.
Yeah, I did.
Sandy's here and Jan is here.
Hi, Sandy. Hi, Jan. Okay, so let me just feed this through. As I said, I was going to do the mesh with all of you here, but as Joe was trying to figure all the internet issues out, I just started playing with the mesh and got most of it put on. But all I did was hold my mesh up and cut it about an arm's length, ruffled it, and attached it to the evergreen tines that are on the wreath. And I don't want to pull this down too tight. You just flip this over. I'm just twisting that on. I'm not cutting it off or tightening it up all the way because I want to make sure I've got it in the right place. I want to be able to move it if need be. And I think I'll probably take my wreath stand out and then place this on the stand. We just come through, get this bottom one attached. Like I said, I'm going all the way, making sure I'm getting it nice and secure on that metal frame. Which sometimes proves to be a little more difficult than it should be. Alright. Can't find the other end. Whew, I'm so sorry. This is taking me longer than usual. Might be because I got a little worked up because we couldn't go live. I'm not sure.
Don't feel rushed.
But okay. So there we go. We've got that attached. Let me get my wreath stand out. I think it'll be easier. Do you want to just hands for Okay. I hope there's not too much of a glare. I have a window here, and usually I pull the screen down, but I needed the extra room and I was working on the bottom, so hopefully you can still see with that glare. I'm not going to pull that down right now. Okay. Okay, so here's our wreath. Okay, that looks nice. Now I think what I'd like to do is just get a few ribbon tails throughout. So let's cut a few pieces of ribbon. It's going to be a variety. I'm just going to mix it up. And I'll probably cut my ribbon tails at 13. So maybe we'll do a couple in each color. Okay, so I've got a couple of the pink, and all I'm going to do is line them up. I've got the stripe on the bottom and then this glittered kind of a bubblegum color. Fold it in half, find your center, and then just kind of pleat that, gather that together. And then I'm just going to go in and with those same tines that I attached the mesh with, I'm going to attach my ribbon. Okay? Whoops, didn't get that. Came undone. Ooh, today's not going so well. Okay, let's try that again. We're going to go in. We're just going to twist that. That's pretty, and I'll just put a dovetail. It's just going to be random that we're going to be placing these. Normally, if you're doing a mesh wreath, you'll have 18 ties or sometimes 12, and you would apply that amount of ribbon ties. But I'm just going to eyeball it and see what looks best. So because I put one here, I think I'm going to put one up here, just so I can get them evenly dispersed. So again, you just layer them, fold it in half. Nothing has to be precise. Find your center and just gather it together, okay? So I'm just going to turn this the upside down for a minute. I'm going to come in here, find a couple of my ties, and twist them around my ribbons. And that's all there is to it. Okay? And just dovetail those to give them a finished look. Which you're just folding it in half, bringing your raw edges together, cutting from the fold up towards the wired end, and that gives you your dovetail. Okay, so we've got a couple of pink, we've got quite a few ribbons here to use, so let's see. Let's do, how about some yellow and lavender? This lavender ribbon is last year from Sam's. Unfortunately, we never got ribbon here in Florida, at least not in Central Florida, at our Sam's store. Because this is nice. It's like a canvas, a lightweight canvas. I think I'm going to do 3 in this, because I don't think 2 of each is going to be quite enough. We'll do 3. And I think I'll put some of this turquoise. I don't have too much of it, so we'll use this up. I'm just measuring it to the ribbon tail that I cut before. Like I said, that's at 13 inches. That's a guesstimate, not perfect. I have a little more of this than I realized. Okay. So let's get some of this together. The lavender and turquoise, I like that. How's everybody doing today? Is the weekend going well? It's almost over. I know I was watching Donna a replay from yesterday, and she was saying Oklahoma's getting bad weather, stormy, kind of wintry. So I guess everyone's not like I am in the 80s. Okay, folding it in half. Find a couple of times. Just twist it on.
Sandy says they're doing good, a little chilly.
Who is?
Sandy.
Sandy?
And Jan's got 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh, Jan. And what's your temperature? You're in Michigan, correct? Or is it, I think you're in Michigan or Indiana? I know Sandy's in Rhode Island.
Or Tennessee.
Pardon?
Or Tennessee.
Okay, I like that. Let me get some yellow. And then I think we need to make our bow and get our bow on here. That'll tell me where the tails. I was thinking I'd do like a roller coaster and have a little bit coming down on either side. So I'd like to see that before I put any more tails, after I put this yellow in.
It's at Michigan and it's 57 degrees.
Oh, Michigan 57. 57 without that wind would be like a heat wave. Michigan, she said?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of people in the community here in Florida where I live is from Michigan. They come here to escape the cold. Okay, so we're going to do the yellow, and I'm going to try this dotted Swiss. It's pretty. Okay, I'm just doing 3 of these. Sandy that's on here watching is my girlfriend from high school. We've been friends for, with 16 from 71. We met when we were 15 and we're 71 now. So that's a lot of years. 56 years. And I know some of you who are on today have listened to my story of how I got started and why my name is inspired by my angel, CLM. And in there I tell you about my friend and her husband who are the keepers of my daughter Sherry's grave. And that's Sandy who's on here today. She's my hero.
Tracy's friend said, so happy to catch you live.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for coming in, Tracy.
Design is so pretty and colorful.
It certainly is colorful, isn't it? But I'm using up a lot of leftover product, and I think it's going to be nice on someone's door. If they're set off the road a little ways, it's going to show up nicely. Oh, I just realized I still have this upside down. Let me turn that back this way. You can see it a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt. We'll get our eggs in there also. Okay, so I'm just folding in half, finding the center. Yeah, I love all these colors. I've got to go back in and dovetail. So this will be the last one. I think I'll get it in over, maybe over here, because I'm going to place my bow up here. So where's everyone from? I know Sandy's from Rhode Island. Jan is from Michigan. What other states do we have represented? I know Suzanne, if she's still here, is from Canada. She's my friend who we've never met in person, but we met here on Facebook watching wreath makers.
Tracy said outside Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, Tracy, Ohio. Okay.
Joe said New Jersey.
Joe, he's being comical. He's from New Jersey originally. Ohio, Michigan, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Canada. Nice variety.
Nicole's here.
Hi, Nicole. And Nicole is from Delaware, correct, Nicole?
Yep, she just said that.
Yeah. She's our cheerleading mom. She's been away a lot. Her daughters are in competitions. State champions, I guess. And her son also in band. And she's been on the go. Okay, I'm just giving these a dovetail. This is pretty time consuming. Well, I feel like I've been at it a long time because Joe was trying to get us live. That took a little while. Okay, next we'll make our bow after I get these clipped. And then we'll get some of our florals in.
Yeah, well,
It's okay. I'm sorry if I'm in your way. Just let me get these cut. Try to hold. I'm flipping the ends in my glue here. I guess it's okay. We'll get it out later. Okay. Oh, here's two more. All right. I need to make the bow. All right, let me move this out of the way. I used an easy bow maker or the 4-in-1. I can use this right here. Okay, so I'm going to use this moss green as our base. Let me see. So I think I'm going to make about a 6-inch tail. That'll come out of the bow here. Well, you can't see me too good. Twist it. And I'm going to make a 6-inch loop. Scrunch it down. Give it a twist. And I'm going to make this loop at 6 inches also. I'm just putting my hand in and bringing it to the mark. Now this side, I'm going to leave long. Because the bow will sit on the wreath like this, and this side is the one that I want to roller coaster down. Okay, so we've got our moss green. Next I'm going to go in with some yellow. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to come in at about a 6-inch tail, give it a twist. Again, come to my 6-inch mark with my ribbon, twist, and 6 inches on this side. And then a long tail. Okay, I'm going to come in with some pink, light pink. I'm just going to mix it up. No rhyme or reason. Just get all the colors in. Hope you can see okay. And then this side long. Okay, I'm going to come in with that Swiss dot in the turquoise. I think this is going to look really nice once we get the florals and our eggs in there. And I think this is going to be my last one that I'm making for Easter. And start working on summer. How about the rest of you? You still working on Easter? Okay, let's see what other color. I think I want to go back in with this glittered deeper pink. This is almost like sugared, not really glitter. I mean, I realize it's glitter, but it's different than most. I'm not sure where I got this. Okay. Maybe the lavender. Okay, grab a zip tie. Just going to lift this up a little bit, get my zip tie underneath, bringing it nice and close to the pegs. Tighten it up enough so I can lift it off. Just swing that around to the back. My hands are so and I'm going to grab a pipe cleaner, actually two, I think, to get through this mesh. I don't want to pull it too tight. Get that a little tighter. Just going to put these pipe cleaners together. Oops. Okay. My hand doesn't want to move. There we go. Okay. Pull that nice and tight. I'm just trimming off the excess of the zip tie. And now this is what we have. Got all these long tails and we've got our short ones up here. I'm just gonna fluff the bow a little bit. I'm not going to waste a lot of time doing that because we'll be doing it over and over again, but just to get its some shape to it.
Where'd you get the sign?
I think this sign I got at the party store. Not the party store, Party City. They have some really good prices. I got it last year, I believe. But they have really good prices on their signs. Okay, so what I want to do is put our bow right up here at the top, and then we're going to have this coming down. So let me get this out of the way. I'm just going to bring this down so I can get this attached. Again, the same way we did the sign, I'm just going to come down and through the mesh. And make sure I'm connecting it to the wire frame. I'm not going to cut that off. I'll do that later, just in case I have to move it. And I'm just going to twist that off here on the back. Just fluff this out a little bit, see where I'm at. We'll trim those tails later. That's a nice big bow. I'm going to try to line all these ribbons up. Like so. And then come underneath. Okay, I think I want it just about like that. I'm going to gather these together. I'm going to come down inside and twist it nice and tight. The tines. And then we'll end up spreading these out. We'll do that later, but right now, let's grab this. Let's make another loop. Get them all in a row. You just don't want to make sure you don't get these twisted. Just run your hands over the wires. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to come in again right where the ties are. And give that a good twist. Try to get all of our ribbons showing.
Richie says so pretty.
Hmm?
Crazy says so pretty.
Yeah. I love all the multicolors together like this. Okay, we want all of them to show. We'll go back and play around with this a little bit more later, but we've got the idea.
We really stopped there and not even bother with the flowers. Right?
Joe just said, Joe's here reading my comments for those of you who didn't realize that. He's my partner in crime. I couldn't do this without him. He just said, oh, I think it looks good like that. You don't even need the florals, which is true. You probably could get away with something just like this. But we're going to go a little bit further.
You almost didn't do it with me today.
Yeah. And these are the florals that I'm going to be using. Let me just get my ribbons out of the way. I was going to, what I thought was I was going to bring some more ribbons cascading down on this side, but that I don't think I'm going to do because we do have these florals that I want to get in. So let me start off with some of the greenery first. Okay, we've got this greenery that's from Hobby Lobby. And it's a pusher. I'm going to cut that. We don't need our stems to be too long. And I'm just randomly going to come in and place that. So I'm just dipping it in my glue, making sure I'm adhering it to my mesh and the twist ties that are in there. And out of each stem, I should be able to get 2 pieces of greenery. So I cut this in half. I cut it off, so then you've got an open end. And what I like to do is just take your plier and make sure you twist that down so when you push this up, it's not going to come off. Trim it down. Let me just come right over here. Make sure I'm getting that on some of my mesh. And we're going to do this go around. Okay? So like I said, I'm going to get 2 cuts out of each stem.
say this is beautiful, beautiful, very cheerful.
Who?
Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy. It is. It's nice and bright. Okay, I'm going to come over where I have my ribbons. Boy, my hands are really sore today. I'm having to move it. Okay, we'll get some right in here. Like I said, I just want to get this distributed evenly. You can see how pretty that looks when you start putting the greenery in. Blue strings. And the mesh has a tendency to fray. It's unavoidable. I did try to roll all my ends under, but if you happen to see it, you can just trim it off. Okay, I think right here. Okay, so we've got maybe just another piece of greenery over here. And then we'll start putting in some of our florals. I think this is going to be really pretty on someone's door. Okay, got some back there. Okay, you can see that. I'm not sure how well you can see. Like from the side, we've got some here. So we've kind of distributed that well. So let's go in with a few florals. So we didn't have to use too much of this greenery bush. We got a few of these yellow. And again, I'm not going to leave these long. to leave this one a little bit longer. And I'm going to come in right down here. Let's get another piece of yellow. We've got one there, so let me get one in here. Just kind of peeking out.
Jan says it's turning out very pretty.
Thank you, Jan. Okay, so that's it for the yellow. Let's get in some of this pink. Okay, I'm going to come right under here. Oops. Okay, so we've got a couple of pink here. Let's go on the other side. And get a little bit down here. Okay, let's try some of our lavender. This has got a variety of florals on it, so this should add a lot of nice interest. Oh, isn't this pretty? Just curl these greens a little bit. I'm thinking right up there behind the bow, because this is a little taller. It's always good to just kind of stand back and take a look and see where you may need your next floral. So I had one of those up here. I'm going to shorten these tails a little bit. So I've got one down here. I think something coming out on the side. Okay. And something over here. So you can see we're only using a little bit off of each of these bushes. Okay, now we've got a little bit of blue. We'll sprinkle this. It looks like a bachelor button maybe, I'm not sure. Blue strings everywhere. This is turning out to be quite a large wreath. And we've still got our Easter eggs to put in. And we get some blue up there. I appreciate you all still being here. I thought I lost you for sure when we couldn't get on earlier. I'm not sure how long we've been on now, but okay, so we've got a little blue sprinkled throughout. Oh, I forgot I have this pink also. We just put a few of these in. I like the other texture and color that it's going to bring. Don't want to neglect the sides here, so I'm going to get some over here, the sides. This one too, I'm cutting in half. We don't need the whole stem. Okay, one more of these. Just don't forget to bend that over so you don't lose your floral. I'm going to come over here to the side. Okay. So what do you think so far? I think we can see everything that we've got going on. Just want to make sure all of our ribbons are visible. Okay. Okay, so then we've got our Easter eggs. So I'm thinking that, you know, to balance out the ribbons, we'll come over here on this side. I'm just going to dip down into my glue. Place one egg there. Get a good amount of glue on the egg, and then just make sure you're adhering to the ribbons and the mesh. I might like one over here. Oh, those look pretty, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Might as well put them all in. We've got 6. I think I want one up there in the center of our bow. Right in there. We cut some of these. These are way too long. All right, I just wanted an idea as to where I should place the other egg. We've got one left. Okay, let me just step back. You can see how full our wreath is. And that's the back, nice and neat. I don't think we need to add any more. I think we're pretty full. Just push that back a little bit so you can see it. I like the way it came out. I think someone will really enjoy this. I love all the colors. And I want to thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, sprinkle me around to your friends, and hopefully they'll sprinkle to their friends, and that'll help my business grow. Also, like and follow my page if you haven't already. These are the things you can do. Okay? Favor, go in and favor my Etsy shop, Inspired by My Angels, CLM. You can follow me on Instagram. Like and follow on Facebook. Subscribe. Sprinkle, or this word. And follow me on Pinterest. All of those things will help me. Facebook will recognize me and show my video more often, and hopefully leading people to my Etsy shop that they'll make purchases. That's my goal. So if you can do that, it would be greatly appreciated. Any thumbs up, hearts. Facebook recognizes all of that as activity, so that's appreciated as well. Most of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I appreciate that. You could be doing many other things, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you being here with me today. And I hope you like the design. I think it came out nice. So until next Sunday, hopefully with no technical difficulties, I'll see you at 1:30. Thank you. Bye-bye.